Hi guys, just a 4045 John Deere that we're just remanned for a company that does it for mulching. They use these little things for mulching. Quite a nice little engine actually, common rail, things like that. Just going to do a quick video on the dramas that I had doing the electrics. These John Deeres are shocking. Well, I think they're shocking for the way that they do. They rely on the OEM to do the electrics as far as resistors and things go. So normally what I found with the other American engines is that they tend to have all the resistors and things like that actually fitted into the ECM itself, so you don't have to run any external resistors for the OEM to hook into. It's already done. This one was a bit of a nightmare. So I've got actually down here, I'm going through my diagnosis thing here, going through my diagnosis plug. So we're running a 470 ohm resistor for the low idle and a 4700 ohm resistor for the high idle, and it actually requires that in order for it to ramp up. So they have what they call a resistor bridge, which is here. So the resistor bridge is required to tell the computer that, well, if you can read that there, you can pause it or whatever to see that. It must be installed in order to tell the engine that it's requesting an idle for some reason. So you basically got to short out one circuit for the throttle in order to use the other one. Now, because this one's in a mulcher, it doesn't actually have a resistable, a variable throttle on it. It's only got an on and off. So it still requires the 470 ohm on one side, the 4700 on the other for the resistor bridge. But then also when you've got your throttle switch, which is here, I've had to run a 470 and a 4700 ohm resistor before it goes back into the ECM. So all this is required by the OEM and not John Deere in order for the engine to ramp up to 2500. So if we see here, if I go now, I can click the switch and away she goes. So it pretty much just goes to full load. And I'll bring it up slow because I've got load on the engine right now, so back that off a little bit, and you can see, well, you should get around 120 horsepower once it all sort of settles down. So that's a bit strange why they do that, and I could say that a lot of people out there will actually have dramas with these engines, I would imagine, when these resistors fail. If the OEMs, if the company that has done the install doesn't do it correctly, it's going to run a bit of a muck. So there we go, we're going to see 120 sooner or later. Spot on the money, that's the spec of these little 4045s. So I'll do a little video outside of it anyway. I'll bring it back down to idle again because I've done this, we've given it a pretty fair lump of a run now, so I'll just back the load off down to something sort of reasonable and then switch it back down to idle, and down she ramps again. So yeah, all our pressures and that are okay on this little girl, so much done to our conclusion. I'll do a load test up when we upload the video. I've already done a 5-minute video of it. Happy days. So the next few days we're going to be running a 3508 and a 3516. I'm not too sure which one I'm going to run first, but I'd say it's going to be the 3508, so stay tuned. We'll try and do a few more vids, and sorry about the lack of downloads and things like that. We've been pretty busy on the MTU project and we've finally finished it and we're moving on. Also, finally that Land Cruiser will be coming up soon as well. So anyway guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.